Hello, denizens. Welcome to former network executive reaction green light or not of Netflix's That 90s Show. I've only watched the first episode because I'm trying to treat it as a more traditional network pilot episode that would arrive in a brown manila envelope on my desk where I would take out the VHS rough edit and stick it into the video deck and watch it on my luxurious 36-inch Mitsubishi tube TV that weighed more than 350 pounds. Try stealing that, suckers. So, I took my metaphorical That 90s Show VHS and played it. Would I have greenlit this show based on this pilot? And in fact, the episode 1 is called That 90s Pilot. There will be spoilers. Turn back if you're afeared. Before I start, you have to remember that the three most important things a pilot has to do is establish the characters, their relationships, and its home base. I'll also be talking about the checkboxes I want to see that will make my decision easier. I really don't want to be judging this on quality, as people have different tastes, and I'm afraid to say no to this show anyway. My inner voice is pleading for it. Be good, please be good. Where's that Maalox and vodka? Anyway, the show starts with the real stars of the show, Kitty and Red from the old show, and audience cheers. Was it a real audience? Sounded kind of real, but the rest of the show is sweetened to death. But that's just my tastes. I've been in meetings where the higher-ups wanted even more sweetening on every joke. Kitty and Red look great. Check. Eric returns. Check. Good exchange with Red. Introduction of Eric's kid, Leia. Looks the part. Check. Unfunny opening boobs joke with Kitty. Ugh. Some unfunny exchanges. Set up for 4th of July visit. Kitty excited to play the traditional Little Mermaid video for her. Eric explains she's not into that anymore. And besides, she's got her period. I'll get picky here and say that was not an Eric line. That's a Donna line that would have embarrassed Eric. But Donna gets introduced only after this sequence. Kitchen scene is serviceable. Donna is curiously left out of most of the comedy so far. Set up for division between Leia and Eric. Next, we have Leia playing basketball when she overhears next-door girl Gwen singing an Alanis Morissette song. I didn't believe this sequence, as Leia is supposed to be the nerdy, shy one, and Gwen is the adventurous one. It's just me, but, shooting the basketball over the hedge and having Gwen come back kind of pissed off with it would have been more believable, but then you wouldn't have gotten the canned laugh from seeing Gwen flailing to You Wanna Know. Next, they're in Leia's mom's room, and we get a bet they boned in here joke. Arg. A bit more oil and water here, I think would have been better. They set up the Leia debater, Chekhov's gun. We meet Gwen's idiot stepbrother, Nate, and a chest-shaving gag. I didn't see that coming. He also doesn't like whiny vagina music. I will leave these jokes to personal taste. Back at Kitty's kitchen, comedy ensues. Zip to Gwen's basement where we meet Ozzy. He has some pretty funny lines. Then the rest of the crew joins them. Nate's girlfriend, Nikki, who's the least well-defined, and Jay, the womanizer. In many ways, this is a copy of the original gang. I would have liked a bit more friction, but this isn't the Breakfast Club. This sequence and the next struggles with introducing the new characters. The jokes are strained, but that's understandable. We get the beer keg plot point. It generates some weak comedy. Then we get the camera pivoting scene in Kitty's kitchen, always a favorite. We get another anticlimactic scene in Gwen's basement. A plan is hatched to get the beer keg spigot. Leia's debating skills, Chekhov's gun is fired, and she is the hero. All the young characters are super safe. There's no Stephen Hyde to give it an edge. It would have been nicer if the stakes were higher for Leia, but I have to say from here on in, the show finds its footing and it's smooth sailing, primarily because it deals with the changing relationship between Eric and Leia. That's all legit. We get reintroduced to Kitty and Red's basement, where the new gang will now hang out. So, how did we do with the 3 sitcom requirements? We got introduced to the cast, got a somewhat clear idea of what their characters' motivations were. They're not all hilarious. They are all physically quite different. And we got the home base. From a network executive perspective, I'm glad Kitty and Red are major players. The member berries of Eric and Donna were excellent. The surprise cameos of Jackie and Michael, I approve. Learning that Jay was a Kelso was also an easy play, and I'm glad that will continue. I'm not happy that the gang is not as edgy as the original. Why'd the producers shift so mild? I don't know. I'm sure there will be more conflicts in future episodes. I mean, they have to be. And I'm fairly certain Danny Masterson will not be making a surprise appearance. So, green light or not? Yes. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.
Disclaimer. The green light is not a statement of quality. It is an amalgam of properties a production might have that would also include business relationships, financial backing, contractual obligations, and personal fear that would encourage a network executive to go ahead with the project. Thank you.